Hey Taurus Rising. Your overall theme for the week of December 6th through December 13th, 2020 is wanting something new. Before we get started, I just want to thank God, the ancestors, and my parents for allowing me to be here and share this with you. I'm Chantalee Eggerson, and welcome to the Self-Care Sanctuary. This is where I read the energy of the stars through Vedic astrology and give my interpretation of what they mean for your life and your business. If this is something you think you're interested in, click the like button and subscribe. Before I get into what's going on in the sky, I just want to let you know the area of self-care that we're focusing on while the sun is in Scorpio. That's November 14th to December 15th coming up. The sun is in Scorpio. So we're going to be focusing on psychological self-care. And that's because the sun being in Scorpio is going to enlighten us on a lot of things that could be traumatic. It's going to enlighten us on some things that could be very deep. And we just want to make sure that we're taking care of our psychology. We want to make sure we're taking care of our mental health during this time. Okay? So now that's taken care of. There's going to be two major things that's going on in the sky this week. And that is on December 10th, Venus, the planet of love and money, is going to be going into the zodiac sign Scorpio that represents transformation. And like I said, that's on December 10th. Mercury, K2, and the sun are already in the zodiac sign Scorpio. And when we have 3 or more planets in one zodiac sign, we call that a stellium. So the energy of Scorpio is really showing up for us to look at and see what we need to do to transform. So it's very important. So the second thing that's going to happen is on December 11th, the sun in K2 will be conjunct. And this means that your confidence might be a little low because of some type of change that you might be experiencing with your shared assets or intimate partner. The sun with K2 could also mean that the sun is shining a light on our past lives because K2 represents our past lives or early childhood to help us transform. Because it's going to be in your 7th house, Taurus rising, of business and relationships, a lot of the transformation could be around those things specifically, things that are 7th house like business, relationships, things like that, trade, things in that arena. So moving on, let's get right. Moving on, we're getting right into your reading. So the energy of Venus is showing that you might experience a small change or hurdle in your relationships during this time. And that's what I already talked about. You have the ability to easily overcome this hurdle. But what is important is that you don't keep circling back to old problems. Once you jump over this small challenge, you have to let it go. There might be a need to bring the life back into a relationship that could feel old and dry. This week, the sun could be shining a light on regrets of lost opportunities in business or relationships you had in the past. The universe keeps trying to help you end that cycle and that chapter in your life, but it feels like you keep going back to it. And even if you're not going back to it physically, you might be going back to it in your mind or emotionally. So what some of your angels and guides want you to know, because they are trying to let you know, some people I'm seeing that this is for, what they want you to know is that you need to learn from those past regrets, gain the wisdom from those experiences, and then leave it alone, okay? Let it go. The energy of K2 is showing me that there is a pride and selfishness present. There's someone that's only focused on their goals. It could be you. It could be someone else. You might need to, you're always going to need to look at yourself, always. So someone is very focused on their goals and what they want They want to get things done, and they want to get things done quickly, and they kind of have a no matter what attitude about it. So K2 is not a fan of ego. And because of this, a sudden change might cause a person to be humbled or distracted from their goals. So make sure that this week and every week, but make sure, especially this week, you stay humble and empathetic to others' needs. Mercury is showing that you might have a grass is greener mindset this week. So there might be a need to be present in the now and be grateful for what you have. You feel like, I really feel like you feel like things would be better off for you if you were somewhere else. Okay. The stellium in Scorpio in your 7th house is showing me that past relationships might have caused you to be completely in the dark about who you really are. Past relationships might have caused you to be confused and lose direction. Past relationships might have caused you to carry around a lot of anger. As a result, your femininity might have faded away to the point of being almost invisible because of past relationships, maybe causing you to act overly masculine or reject your femininity. This is what needs to be healed and released. The change that you want is not on the outside of you. It's on the inside of you. So when you're looking for, feeling like things would be better if you were somewhere else or with someone else or had something different, that is all the change that you really need is inside of you. So that's what you need to focus on. You will not feel fulfilled if you change jobs, if you change men, or if you change locations. You have to heal what's broken in you. If you're not in touch with your feminine side, you do not know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, how can you know what you want? So the energy of the 7th house, your 7th house, is asking you to go back to the 1st house. Go back to your 1st house. Go back to having a better understanding of who you are and do some work there. Focus more on letting go of your past and who your past relationships shape you to be, and get a better understanding of who you are right now in this moment. That's what this week will mean for your life. So what would it mean for your business? It might mean that you need to look at your business and see if there is anything there that does not reflect who you are. How can you be more grateful for your business? How can you bring more life into your business? How can you be more grateful for your customers? How can you show them that you're grateful for them? This is what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. If so, let me know in the comments below. If you would like a personal reading, click the link in the description box below. Until then, take care of yourself.